Hello friends, how are you? Can you hear my voice? If you can hear my voice, can you just type OK in the chat window so that we can continue with this session? Good evening, Neha. Hello, Ravi. Hello, Vidya. If you guys can hear my voice, okay, fine. So you guys can hear my voice. That's good. Hello, Suraj. Hello, Nilesh. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session and welcome to this series. In this series, basically, for some sessions related to SEBI, for almost next 1 to 2 weeks, we are going to do topmost 100 questions that can be asked in your SEBI Grade A exam, right? And since moreover your SEBI notification can come anytime, it's very right time to get into these sessions, both for us and you, so that we can guide you and you can gain this knowledge and you can apply that in the exam, right? So Manish is asking notification कब आएगा? Manish, I don't want to predict any date, right? But what I can tell you is that notification can come any time, right? But in the past also we have said that, and you guys might feel that no, we always say that, and sometimes it comes, sometimes it not. So I don't want to comment that it will definitely come on this date, but SEBI notification can come anytime. So based on how much you trust us, you can start preparing. That's it. Anyways, if it gets delayed by 10 days, 15 days, that doesn't matter in my point of view, because anyways, it should be a bonus for you, but it can come anytime. So I'm again and again saying you must start preparing. Syllabus is huge. They have done a lot of amendments in their acts in the recent past, right? So it becomes again very important for us to start reading those amendments and the complete laws again and again, because SEBI as such, I would say securities market becomes very important. Securities market becomes very important for you because first of all, it's not a very big component, it's a very small component, and if you read that end to end, I have no doubt that you will be able to score at least 85% marks in that, right? तो नोटिफिकेशन पे ध्यान नहीं देना है, पढ़ना है, जैसे कि स्टार्टअप जर्नी कह रहे हैं, बड़ा अच्छा नाम है. Anyways, let's start. So as I told you, this series will be on securities market. First of all, we shall do topmost 100 questions, right? We can do more also. Then I might do previous year questions. Then we shall do some topic wise questions also. So I will be here to guide you end to end, but we shall not be able to complete the whole syllabus. So that should not be our expectation from this series, right? So let's start. Today we shall do first 10 questions. Let's start slowly so that now we are able to absorb and we are able to get in touch with this series. Good evening to everyone. So let's start. So this is the first question on your screen, which you can see. How many members are in their SEBI board as per SEBI Act 1992? This is from your SEBI Act 1992, or in your syllabus the topic is mentioned as powers of SEBI. Right, so how many members are there in SEBI board as per SEBI Act 1992? 5, 6, 8 or 9? This is a very tricky question. Last year also it was asked in SEBI exam in the securities market section. Chandan Sharma is saying, sir, you are looking very smart on the smart board. That's a very good compliment from you, Chandan. I expect that. Sunil Kumar has answered it as 9. So he's the first one to answer that. Maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong. I want everybody to participate, guys. Please, everybody participate. Even if you don't know the answer, let's have some knowledge exchange. You can write what you feel about this question. What can be your guess? Startup Journey is saying no idea. Nikhil Gupta is saying 9. This question was asked in SEBI Grade A 2018 exam in phase 1. Well, the answer is 9 here. Some people might be confused whether the answer is 8 or 9, but let me tell you, the answer is 9 here, right? And why? I shall explain that. So the answer is 9. And the explanation is basically there are a lot of people in the SEBI board. The first one is chairman. So the first one is chairman, right? And he is appointed by the central government. This you must know. In the exam, they might also ask you that who appoints the chairman of the SEBI board. So the first member is chairman and he is appointed by the central government. Then there are 2 members from Ministry of Central Government dealing with finance. So basically these members are appointed by central government and they basically deal with finance. Let me, there's just some technical problem. Let me correct that. Fine. So I was telling you about that. There is one member who is called chairman, is appointed by central government. Then there are 2 members who are basically appointed by Ministry of Central Government, and those members deal with finance, right? Then there is one member who is appointed by Reserve Bank of India, right? This also you should remember. There can be a question that how many members in the SEBI board are appointed by Reserve Bank of India. And the next question and the next point is 5 other members are there and 3 of them must be whole-time members, and these other members are also appointed by central government, right? So I hope you are able to get the full view here. One is the chairman, which is appointed by the central government. One is member from Reserve Bank of India, appointed by Reserve Bank of India. 2 members who are specialized in finance or deal in finance are appointed by central government, and there are 5 other members who are again appointed by central government, and 3 of them must be whole-time directors. So this can also be asked that how many members in the SEBI board should be should be whole-time directors. The answer is 3. So in total 5 plus 1 6 plus 2 8 plus 1 9. Chairman is separate from the members. Some people are confused that the total members are 5 plus 1 6 plus 2 8. No, that's not the case. 5 plus 1 6 to 8 plus 1 9. So I hope you will remember this, that there are total of 9 members in the SEBI board as per SEBI Act 1992. If you like the explanation, please press the like button. Let's go to the next question. SEBI appoints investigation authority as per powers under which section? Basically SEBI has investigatory powers as per which section of the SEBI Act 1992? Is it 11A, is it 11B, is it 11C, or is it 11D? Ritesh Singh is asking, when will SEBI conduct exam this year? Ritesh, very soon. I expect that exam to be held in April. Now I am not telling you that it will be held in April, so you can try to understand. There are some limitations that I can convey to you, but there are good chances that exam might be held in April, right? I don't want to say it will be definitely held, but I don't think it shall make a difference. Please understand, exam is anyways going to be held anytime. Akanksha Kumari is the first one to answer. She is saying 11C. Enthusiast is saying 11C. Nikhil Gupta, Garima Pant is saying 11C, and indeed the answer is 11C. Basically SEBI has investigatory powers as per SEBI Act 1992 under section 11C of the Act, right? So sometimes you need to remember these section numbers, which are very important sections, not all the sections, right? So please do not be afraid or do not be confused whether to remember the section numbers or not. For those sections which give some very good powers or very vast powers to any entity, please remember those sections. Those are anyways important. The answer is 11C here, right? So let me tell you about the explanation here. Right, so the answer is 11C, And what does section 11C tells us? So section 11C basically tells us that if board feels that somebody is not acting as per the laws or the regulations mentioned in SEBI Act 1992, or he or she has violated any of the regulations, then SEBI has the following powers. SEBI can basically ask that person or any company or intermediary who is dealing in stock markets to basically produce books, registers and other documents. So any person or entity shall have some documents which they maintain for their work. So SEBI can ask them to produce such books, registers, and SEBI can also keep those books and registers for 6 months. This is very important. When it comes to SEBI exam, they are very particular about facts. They will ask you a lot of facts in the exam along with concepts. So please try to remember such kind of facts, that SEBI has the power to ask for books and registers from any entity to examine them, and they can keep those books and registers for 6 months, and after that it needs to be returned. SEBI cannot keep that for more than 6 months, right? And the third point is that basically can ask any person or intermediary who is associated with stock market to examine on oath. What do we mean by examine on oath? Like we go in court and we say that मैं जो भी कहूँगा सच के सिवा कुछ नहीं कहूँगा, है ना? ये कहना पड़ता है, चाहे झूठ बोलते हैं लोग. So like the same way, SEBI can examine people on oath. They can ask questions by giving them oath beforehand, and you will tell the truth. Right? The SEBI can ask them to get examined themselves on oath, and they can also ask them to appear in person, to appear before the SEBI board, like to give any clarifications. And if any person under section 11C fails to comply with even these, so if they do something against the law, first 3 points SEBI can use. And if they do not follow these first three points that are mentioned here, what they can do? They can imprison that person for 1 year, or they can fine that person up to 1 year, or both. They can penalize them on both, right? So I hope you are able to understand this, guys. When I'm dealing some questions related to your exam, I'm not of the view that I just tell you the answers blatantly. I shall tell you the explanation, so that along with that question, 10 other questions get covered if they are asked in the exam, right? So let's go to the next question, which is a very easy question in my point of view. If you cannot solve this question right now, then I think you should start your SEBI preparation immediately if you are aiming for that exam. What is separation of ownership from trading rights on stock exchange officially called? What is separation of ownership from trading rights on stock exchange officially called? Is it called mutualization? Is it called demutualization? Is it called proprietorship? Is it called principal agent? रितेश सिंह is saying, sir, your course is very fantastic. Thank you, रिकेश. हाथ जोड़ के आपको प्रणाम. आपने हमारे कोर्स को लिया और उसको पढ़ा और अच्छा भी रिव्यू दिया. कस्तूब देशपांडे, general awareness section also contains financial and banking awareness? No, very less, hardly 1 or 2 questions, and those are very basic. Nalini Sharma, when will SEBI notification be out? SEBI notification will be out very soon, Nalini. Right, so the point I am stressing upon, do not focus on the date when the notification will be out. Focus on how much you are ready for the exam. So the answers have started coming in. Garima Panti saying demutualization, Chandar Kumar 2, Bharat Reddy 2. Everybody is saying demutualization. So I expect that that's a very easy answer, and indeed the answer is demutualization there. The answer is demutualization. And now what is demutualization? If you are confused, or there are some people who do not know what is demutualization. See, on stock market there are people who do trading, and some people are there who are basically running the stock exchange. They are taking decisions with respect to stock exchange. So earlier what used to happen is that the people who used to do trading on stock exchange, they also used to take decisions with respect to stock exchange. So their decisions were biased so that they could do profitable trading on the stock exchange. So what happened over a period of time, they told that the ownership of the stock exchange, that is the people who own that stock exchange should be separate from the people who are doing trading on the stock exchange, so that owners does not have their personal interests while making decisions. So that is called demutualization, separation of ownership and trading rights. That is called demutualization. As per demutualization, the people who are owning the stock exchange, or at least 50% of the shares of the stock exchange, should be with the public who is not having those trading rights. So that is called demutualization. Remember that number, 51% of the shares must be with the people who does not have trading rights. 51%, majority. Right? So let's go to the next question. This is your answer to, as I told you, demutualization. So this is your question number 4 of the day. Again, a very easy question. If you cannot answer this question, I would again say that you are not ready for your exam. This can be asked even in your RBI Grade B exam. What is the limit allowed for retail investor to invest in stock markets? This question is basically from your topic ICDR regulations, but this is a very generic question. You might be reading it in newspapers every day. Is it 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh or 4 lakh? The answers have started coming in. Bharat Reddy is saying 2 lakh, Garima Pant is saying 2 lakh, Ritesh Singh is saying 2 lakh. So a lot of people, Chandan, Subhanshu, Minu Bansal. That's right, guys. I'll not delay the answer further. The answer is 2 lakhs. Who is a retail investor? The definition of retail investor itself says that retail investor is the one who can invest up to 2 lakhs, right? So 2 lakhs means when he is entering into one trade, then it doesn't mean that I cannot invest more than 2 lakhs across trades. I can invest 2 lakhs in one trade and another 1 lakh in another trade. So a retail investor is one who can invest in stock markets in a single buy or sell up to 2 lakhs. Right? I hope you are able to understand. So earlier, and some people might be confused that is it 1 lakh or 2 lakh? Earlier it used to be 1 lakh, but I think around 18 months back it was, or 12 months back it was increased from 1 lakh to 2 lakh, because anyways the value of rupee is decreasing. So 1 lakh was nothing, so they increased it to 2 lakhs. So let's move to the next question. So this is the question number 5. Again, a very good question. Might be tricky for you. Certificates of deposit are issued by whom? RBI, SEBI, banks or Ministry of Finance? Nirmal is asking, sir, does the interview of RBI Grade B over? No guys, I think they are getting over somewhere between 15th of March to 20th of March. So a lot of interviews still pending. Even many of our students are having interviews between 12th to 15th. So I know at least till 15th those interviews are running. So Bharat Reddy is the first one to answer. He's saying that certificates of deposit are issued by banks. Garima is saying bank. Subhanshu Pandey is saying bank. Nishmar is saying RBI. Nikhil Gupta banks. Meenal Bansal is saying RBI. Chandan Kumar is saying 3 banks. Ritesh Singh is saying banks. So that's good. I think most of you have answered it correctly. The answer is banks. Certificates of deposit are issued by banks. Now what are certificate of deposits? Let's see that. So what are certificate of deposits? Certificate of deposits are basically issued by banks to raise money. Right. So when you go to a bank, you open a deposit with the bank, they take your money, they open a deposit and they give you certificate of deposit. Right? They give you certificate of deposit. Right? So here you can see. So you give money to your bank in return for money. So in turn for money deposited by the depositor, the bank will give certificate of deposits, but they're different from fixed deposits. Now you might think that what is the difference between certificate of deposit and fixed deposit? Certificate of deposit are different from fixed deposit in the sense that fixed deposit, when you open with the bank, you give your money, you will get a certificate that this is your FD, this will mature at this time. But you cannot trade that FD, you cannot sell that FD to somebody else. You have to keep that FD in your attaché, in your Almira, right? And on the date of maturity, you will go that, okay, give me my money, this is my FD maturing today. But certificate of deposit, when you give your money, you deposit your money with the bank for taking a certificate of deposit, bank would give you certificate of deposit, and that certificate of deposit is tradable. You can sell that certificate of deposit to somebody else before maturity itself, right? So that's the difference, right? And then there are, sorry, so then there are non-negotiable and negotiable series. So I'll not get into that. So let's try to complete other questions. थोड़ी दिक्कत आ रही है मुझे इस चलाने में, नया है तो I'll learn, right? So please excuse बीच में थोड़ा technical. It is very important for your exam. Listing agreement is basically between which two entities? Stock exchange and SEBI, SEBI and listing entity, listed entity and stock exchange, or stock exchange and SET. Who will tell that? Do you know what is a listing agreement? And listing agreement is basically between which two entities? Who will answer this, guys? Listing agreement is between which two entities? Subhanshu Pandey. Oh, he has answered it as 2, SEBI and the listed entity. Where did you read it, Subhanshu? Garima Pant is saying 2. Bharat Reddy is saying 3. Startup Journey, SEBI and listed entity. Subhanshu Pandey, SEBI and listed entity. Nesham 3, listed entity and stock exchange. Nikhil Gupta, SEBI and listed entity. Half of you are wrong and half of you are right. Akanksha Kumari 2, Sunil Kumar Murmu 2. Guys, your level of preparation is not good if you are aiming for SEBI exam, right? I think if you can't get at least 8 out of 10 in these 10 questions, I think you need to be very smart to prepare for next 2 months. So do not take it easily. These are very easy questions, I'm telling you again and again. And these are top most important questions. Some of these are asked in SEBI exam in 2018. Listing agreement is not between SEBI and the listed entity. Listing agreement is between listed entity, the company which is listed on the stock exchange, and the stock exchange. So basically listing agreement defines that what are the expectations, what are the bylaws, what are the regulations that need to be followed by a company who is getting listed on a stock exchange, right? Suppose the listing agreement says that if you want to get listed on my stock exchange, suppose I'm NSE, listing agreement from NSE says that if you want to get listed on my stock exchange, then what you need to do is you come out with your financial results every quarter. This might be the condition in the listing agreement. So listing agreement is not between SEBI and the listed entity. No, it's between the listed entity and the stock exchange, right? I hope you will remember this now. If yes, please type OK in the chat window. These questions shall be like a gold mine for you. So please remember that, right? Let's move to the next question. So the answer is 3. Let's come to question number 7. Now they asked a lot of confusing questions like that. The previous one I showed you, and this is also on the same lines. Nikhil Gupta is saying, silly mistake, but can't afford it at this time. Yes, Nikhil, this is true for you and everyone. Every mark counts, right? So I think some part is getting cut over here. I don't know what's the reason. So I'll look into that after the session. So this question is, in case of delisting of securities by the stock exchange, company whose securities have been refused to listed on stock exchange can make an appeal to. Basically the question is, if any company who wants to get listed on a stock exchange, the stock exchange refuses that we will not list your company, right? Or after getting listed, the stock exchange says that we will delist your company, then that company can go to whom with its grievance that they are delisting me? Where they can go? They can go to SEBI, SET, Finance Ministry, or the governing body of the stock exchange. So I can see again lot of answers coming, but again you are divided between two options, SEBI and SET. पढ़ रहे हो SEBI के लिए कि नहीं? नहीं पढ़ रहे हो, इससे पता लग रहा है बिल्कुल भी नहीं पढ़ रहे हो आप. और जब नोटिफिकेशन आएगा then you will just wake up and how will we cover so much syllabus, ये है वो है प्रेशर है, तो अभी क्यों नहीं पढ़ रहे हो? This is the golden time guys. And Nasmar is going a step ahead. He is saying governing body of the stock exchange. Here the answer is guys SAT. These are pure fact based question I am telling you. Some people might feel this is a concept based question. But what's the concept in this? It's just यार रट्टा मारो इस चीज को. स्टार्टअप जर्नी अभी तक जीरो प्रेप है, तो वो जीरो क्या मतलब एग्जाम में भी जीरो बनाना है हमें? नहीं, वी नीड टू प्रिपेयर आवरसेल्व्स. In case a stock exchange refuses a company that we will not list your security, or after getting listed the stock exchange says to the company that we will delist your company, maybe due to any reason, then that company can go to SAT, not SEBI. That company can go to SAT, appeal there that they are delisting me or they are not allowing me to list there, and then SAT will decide. Right? So the answer is 2 here, SAT. Right, the answer is 2 as I told you. Let's come to question number 8. Very easy question. देखते हैं पहले कौन आंसर करता है. ADRs are listed on stock exchange of which country? Meenal Bansal is asking, sir, any book for basics? बेटा ऐसे basics एग्जाम में बेसिक नहीं पूछेंगे, वो सीधा लॉ में से पूछते हैं जो आपके सिक्योरिटी लॉ हैं, ठीक है, और जो बाकी कॉमन सिक्योरिटी मार्केट और फाइनेंस है आपके सिलेबस में, वहां से पूछेंगे. ADRs are listed on stock exchange of which country? India, USA, London Stock Exchange, or any foreign stock exchange? Here it should be London Stock Exchange, not London, LSE. Sorry, that's right, London. We are talking about the country. India, USA, London, or any foreign stock exchange. Full form of SAT. Yes, Bharti is asking about full form of SAT. Full form of SAT is Security Appellate Tribunal. Security Appellate Tribunal. ADRs are listed on stock exchange of which country? India, USA, London, any foreign stock exchange. Lot of answers are coming in. That's good. That's good, guys. This time most of you are correct. In fact, I can see everybody is correct. That's really good to see. The answer is America, USA, anything you can say. ADR basically stands for American Depository Receipts. Right, so what happens is dual listing is not allowed. Any Indian company cannot list on India or any other country as it is. But the way out is that they can list depository receipts on in another country. So what many companies has done, like Infosys, they are listed in India as a normal company, but they have listed their depository receipts on NASDAQ, that is Stock Exchange of United States of America. So those listing of depository receipts by Infosys on NASDAQ is called American Depository Receipts. I'll not go into further details because then it gets opened up. I shall have to spend at least 15 minutes in explaining you what are depository receipts and everything else. But in simple words, some shares from India are kept somewhere, right? They are freezed in a sense, you cannot sell them, and then they are converted into depository receipts, and they are listed on a foreign stock exchange, and if they are listed on a stock exchange of a foreign country which is USA, those are called American depository receipts, right? And if depository receipts are in another country apart from USA, any foreign country, suppose Hong Kong, suppose Netherlands, suppose London, suppose Iran, and our coronavirus country China, then they would be called global depository receipts. So USA is the exception. If it is listed on a stock exchange of USA, then it is called American depository receipt. If it is listed on any other stock exchange apart from stock exchange of USA, then it is called global depository receipt. और आप में से कितनों को अभी कोरोना वायरस हो गया है? कितनों को हो गया भाई? अब वहां से यहां मत भेज देना. Let's come to the next question. Just kidding, guys. Take care. That's a message from me. It's spreading like a wildfire now. So please abstain from going to crowded places and wash your hands repeatedly. What does not come under UPSI? This is the best question of the day. This is a very interesting part. Unpublished price sensitive information and insider trading. If you read this law under security laws, it's amazing. I love teaching that. What does not come under UPSI? The topic is insider trading, right? 4 options are given: information regarding financial results, information regarding visiting the college for recruitment, information regarding merger with other company, information regarding acquisition of supplier of a company. Sharma Junior sir, according to any chance of SEBI notification, 100% chance of SEBI notification, and very soon. Very soon, guys. I will not tell you the date because it might get delayed and then you will curse me. But it can come anytime, it will come very soon. I am telling you, and then you will repent for this lost time. And vacancies that are coming this year are good. So answers have coming in, answers have started coming in. Sumanshu Pandey is saying option 2, Pankaj Kumar is saying 3, Meenan Mansali is saying 3, Startup Journey कह रहे हैं 2. Now can somebody explain what is UPSI? Can somebody write the full form in the chat window? What is UPSI? Shweta Gupta is saying 4. Again, you are divided in your opinion with respect to this question. Anybody can tell me what is the full form of UPSI? Come on, guys. अगर आपको UPSI की फुल फॉर्म नहीं पता है तो आपको प्रणाम. भारत रेड्डी कह रहे हैं अनपब्लिश प्राइस सेंसिटिव इंफॉर्मेशन. दीप फोर्ट कह रहे हैं अनपब्लिश प्राइस सेंसिटिव इंफॉर्मेशन. दैट्स गुड, गाइज. That's good. So a lot of people know. Good. Thumbs up. See, UPSI is basically unpublished price sensitive information. I'll explain that. Let me explain that first. Then I'll tell you the answer to this question. So what is basically UPSI? See, there are 2 types of information. One is generally available information, right? So one is generally available information. Generally available information is something which is available to public on non-discriminatory basis. That is, everybody has that information. And the thumb rule to know whether some information is generally available information or not, the golden rule or the thumb rule is that if information is published on the website of a company, then it is called generally available information. This is the first point. I'll slowly connect the dots. So generally available information is which is available to public on non-discriminatory basis, and the golden rule is if some information is available on the website of that company, then obviously it is generally available information because anybody can have access to that. Then what is UPSI? UPSI is basically unpublished price sensitive information. Unpublished price sensitive information. What is the meaning of unpublished? Meaning the information that is not generally available. It has not been published. That is why it is called unpublished information. So unpublished means the information which is not generally available. This is the first thing. Plus it can alter the price of securities when it becomes generally public. So unpublished means which is not generally available because it is unpublished. Then price sensitive means that it can alter, it can change the price of a security when it becomes public. Suppose tomorrow we comes to know that a big CEO of a company has died in a plane crash. Now that is a unpublished price sensitive information till the time it becomes public. Why? It is price sensitive because it can change the price of securities on the stock exchange. The moment people will come to know that the topmost CEO of a company has died, people will do what? People will start selling their shares. Right? Some might buy also. That depends upon their thinking. But then there are many fools in our country. Right? So the point I am trying to explain is generally available information is something which is generally available. Golden rule is on the website. UPSI is unpublished, means it has not been published. It is not generally available. And along with that, it is price sensitive because it can alter the price when it becomes public. Two conditions for UPSI: not available publicly, and when becomes publicly available, it can alter the price. Right? Okay, then let's come to this. Let's see you understand that. So I have explained about UPSI. You tell me this. I'll just hide this. Suppose a company is going to announce a financial result after 4 days and CFO knows about the financial results already. A CFO knows about the financial results which are going to be announced after 4 days. Is it a UPSI? Is it unpublished price sensitive information that CFO is having? Tell me. Tell me, guys. A CFO is having a knowledge of the financial results which are going to be announced after 4 days. Is it a price sensitive? Is it a UPSI? The answer is yes. Why? Because it is right now not public, because it will become public after 4 days, right? And it is price sensitive because it can alter the price depending upon how the results have come. Now let's come to the second point. Suppose company is going to give surprise birthday party to the director and HR knows about this. A company is going to give birthday party to whom? To the director of the company. And the HR knows about this, that they are going to give birthday party. Is it a UPSI? Tell me, guys. Come on. Is it a price sensitive information that HR is having or not? Or is it, in simple terms, is it a UPSI that HR is having? The answer is no, because though this information is not generally available, but it cannot alter the price, guys. It cannot alter the price. So that's why it's not a UPSI. The answer is no. Right? So I hope you are able to understand. Say yes or no. So in that question where it was asked in question number 9, now I am on question number 10. Question number 9 is, it was asked that whether it's a UPSI or not. The answer there was the information about that company is going to recruit in some college. So when the information is related to that company is going to recruit from some college, though it might not be generally available, right? Because it's not on the website, but it cannot alter the price, right? Fine. So let's come to question number 10. Startup journey saying Josh is high. Guys, doesn't matter how is my Josh. Josh should be higher at a year side because a lot of vacancies are coming up. And if you don't use that time, if you don't use that opportunity, that's like a dead rubber then. Which of the following statement is false regarding depositories? This question is from Depository Act 1996. Very easy question. I expect all of you to answer the last question of the day. Depositories help in storing the shares in electronic form. NSDL is depository of NSE. Third option is depositories provide platform to the brokers and the stock exchanges. CDSL is a depository of BSE. Which of the following statement is false? So the options have started coming in. A lot of people are saying option number 3. Neha, Borkar, Nikhil Gupta, Nandini, everybody is saying 3. Clapping for you guys. I think that's a good ending we are doing. At least you are able to answer the last question. Everybody has been able to answer that correctly. That's indeed right. What are depositories? Do you know what are depositories? Depositories, basically when you buy shares, you buy shares from the stock exchange, right? You buy shares from the stock exchange. The shares you buy, they are in electronic form. Now where do you keep those shares? Where do you keep the shares? Okay, you can take a printout and keep it in your Almira, but where is the record that who is the owner of those shares? In electronic form. That is kept by a depository. That is the main function of depository. So depository helps in storing the shares in electronic form. That is right. Your shares are stored in electronic form with a depository. Depository has the record that who is the owner of which share. NSDL is a depository of NSE. That is right. Any share you buy on NSE would be stored in electronic form with NSDL. CDSL is depository of BSE. That is again right. Any share you buy on BSE would be stored in electronic form with CDSL, Central Depository Services Limited. Right? The third statement, depositories provide trading platform to brokers and stock exchanges. That is wrong. It's not the depository who provide trading platform. It's the stock exchange. Depository does not have anything with the trading platform. Depository's role comes after the trading has happened. The owners have changed. So they maintain their records, they change their records that who is the owner of which security. Right? Fourth is not wrong, Ritesh. Why are you saying fourth option is wrong? CDSL is the depository for BSE. That statement is right. So this is what I was explaining you about the depository. So basically, there are depositories at the central level, Central Depository Services Limited, CDSL, and National Securities Depository Limited, that is NSDL. Right? So NSDL is a depository for NSE, CDSL is a depository for BSE. Right? And depositories further give license to depository participants to work on their behalf. Right? So depositories further provide licenses to depository participants to work on their behalf. Right? So it is like giving a franchisee, you can say that. So depository at a central level cannot manage everything. Crores of transactions are taking place in every part of the country. So depositories further give rights to entities which are called depository participants who maintain the records with respect to ownership of shares on behalf of depository. So depository can give license for depository participant to any entity like SBI, HDFC, ICICI Direct. All these are having depository licenses. Right? And these are the entities which actually interface with customer. The customer is not directly interfacing with depository. It is interfacing with depository through depository participant. right? So that was about the question number 10. Thank you guys, that's it. Our first session on our digital board. I hope it was a bit charming for you and you liked it. And now I think, Sharma sir, could you please enlighten us regarding your course? See, I shall provide you a number. You can call it that number to know more about our course. This is the number 8146207241. This is 4. My handwriting is very poor, so please excuse me for that. You can call it this number. I shall tell you briefly. Our course covers everything related to securities market for phase 1 and phase 2. Securities market comes in your phase 1 also, in case you are not knowing that. And SEBI also has FM and ESI in phase 2. So that is also covered. English for your phase 2 is also covered. For your phase 1, quant, reasoning and English and GA is also covered. Right, so it's a comprehensive course. Last year we had around 34 questions out of 40 from our course in phase 1 and 44 questions out of 50 in phase 2 in securities market in SEBI in phase 2, and similar stats for FM and DSI. Right. Deep is asking when will be the next session. I'll come tomorrow again with a new session. We shall continue these topmost 100 question session for some days, until we complete those 100 questions. Then I'll change the series to something else, maybe chapter wise questions, maybe previous year questions, right, maybe mock test. So that we shall do. Nikhil Gupta is saying thank you sir for the lovely session. Again pranam आपको, आपने हमारा session अच्छा समझा. Thank you for that. That's a very good motivating thing for us when you people like that, because it is for you that we are doing everything, right? Thank you everyone. In case you have any query, I am open to queries for next 2 minutes. In case you have any query, you can ask me that query. I'll just repeat regarding SEBI exam. The notification can come anytime. I am not going to tell you the dates because sometimes it backfires, but it can come anytime. This is a golden chance for you to start preparing, guys, unless and until it gets very late, because hardly you will get 40 days, 50 days after the notification. So मैंने मास्टर डिग्री प्राइवेट से की है. आई एम एलिजिबल फॉर सेबी? सॉरी निर्मल, आई कैन नॉट आंसर दैट एट दिस मोमेंट. यू कैन ड्रॉप अस एन ईमेल एट hello@. hello@edutap.co.in. Again, my handwriting is very poor, so apologies. I'll try to improve that. See, expected date for SEBI is somewhere in April, in around 15th of April. The exam can be held. So you have 45 days. So start preparing. Any book for theory? Meenan Bansal, you mean theory for securities market? Frankly, seriously, I don't know any book, because what I feel is if you want to do self-preparation, just read all the securities law. Though they are very lengthy, very complex, but that's the only thing I think that can save you. See, I always say one thing: when you are preparing for any exam, prepare with one thing in mind, that you want to clear that exam. Time pass नहीं करना है यार, है ना, कि ठीक है यार फ्री हैं तो ये एग्जाम आ रहा है, इसमें 40 दिन अपने लगा लेते हैं, अपनी एनर्जी वेस्ट करोगे आप ये कर कर. तो when you prepare for one exam, give it everything. Don't think about negative things. नहीं होगा, और opportunities हैं. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा पक्का हो जाएगा, right? So have that aim blatantly in your mind that I am going to clear this exam, what may come. अगर आप पहले ही सोचोगे यार कि ठीक है कुछ पढ़ लेंगे, जितना हो गया ठीक है, ऐसे क्या फायदा है उससे? It's not going to help you in long run, right? IT stream vacancy will also be there. Vijay, I don't know at this moment honestly, so I can't comment on that. But overall vacancies, the total vacancies are going to be little bit more than what came last year. Next, Murray has asked a very interesting question, which is best SEBI or RBI. Next, I would say, if you are able to get selected any one of them, that's good for you, right? And if you are able to get selected in both of them, then I think you can have that option. We can discuss that later. Both are equally good, guys. Both are equally good. Though generally people feel that RBI is good, no doubt about that. But I think SEBI is upcoming thing. It's a very small organization right now. In next 10 years, it would be like another RBI. So that would give you good growth opportunities. You will be like here. In 5 years, you will be like here. It might not be possible in some another organization which is already big. Right? Any other questions, guys? What is the price of your course? Jasmine, for that details, I've given you the number 8146207241. I think you shall call there and you will get all the details. And please call between 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Anything else, guys? So let's close this session. Shall I close? No response. Thank you. Bye.